Ocelot got the details of the meeting out of that commander. It seems you've been doing your job just a little too well, boss. The Soviets have begun reinforcing the 40th Army's units in Afghanistan, sending in more men and new equipment. While things haven't exactly been easy for us up till now, they're about to get even tougher. More staff from each of the teams are active in the area of operations now. That means some will be wounded, get sick, or suffer PTSD. That's where the medical team comes in. I've taken the liberty of commissioning the construction of a new medical platform. Having proper medical facilities for the men is a matter of life or death, so I put up the resources this time around. You can check on the platform's progress by selecting base facilities under the iDroid's Mother Base menu.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, good news from the support unit. They can now deliver support strikes to our areas of operation. Use your iDroid to designate a location for a strike. Just make sure you're not in the kill zone. I'd hate to tell the men they blew up the boss. After you've called in a strike, move away from the target location immediately. Also, like supply drops, strikes cost GMP. So once you don't put us in the red, remember what our real objective is.
Please specify a project. Commencing platform construction. Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
when I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher. It was a somewhat parasitic relationship, though a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner. But they had other motives. Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan. That's why they had Paz, still Zeke. Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us. We stopped the launch. And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive? I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this. What do you mean? We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with. We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails. Kaz, you... What? I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time. That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors. And if we lose again? They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick. Hewick? Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency. Cause that's... Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it. Networking? In the intelligence community? Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you. That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero line. Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus. Kaz. Then I just had to wait for you to save me. And I've gotten used to waiting. Kaz. That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence. Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles? We're at the center of the world here. We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean. Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course. So it's prime real estate for a mercenary. Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor. Owes us? The Seychelles has strong ties to the East, which the West wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago, in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries, with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home.
Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
They're strong enough. Could make for a nice shortcut.
Side ops list updated.
Welcome home, boss.
Sun will set shortly.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a landing zone.
Welcome back, boss. Train with me, boss. How about it?
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. On station at LZ.
Plant expansion complete. Please select a mission.
Dismasi Laman was full of Mujahideen, the Hamid fighters. Then suddenly they disappeared overnight and the Soviets moved right in. I guess the old fort is still in good enough shape that the Soviets want to use it as is. This means that the battalion commander stationed in Sakai village, a lieutenant colonel, is moving his operations room to the fort. Word is, he's an excellent leader. With him stationed at Smasi Fort, the Soviet forces in the area will operate all the better. And according to the client's information, he'll be bringing a tank unit to the fort as well. We don't know the redeployment date or the route they'll take, but there must be some planning documentation where the colonel is. You have two objectives: eliminate the colonel and stop the tank deployment. Counting on you, boss.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
This mission has two objectives. Eliminate the colonel scheduled to take up a post at Smasi Fort and stop the deployment of his tank unit. Your first move should be to head to Sakai village and search for the colonel and his deployment plans. To take out enemy combat vehicles, you'll want to use explosive weaponry. Missiles, grenades, placed explosives. If you haven't developed these yet, use your iDroid to give the order. Choose your weapon according to the situation.
Please specify a project. Please select supplies requested.
Stay back! Stay back!
Supply drop complete.
Get! Stay back! Stay back! Yeah.
You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Whoa! Get!
Anti-air radar. Neutralize that, and our choppers can breathe a little easier.
Analysis complete. Marker placed.
That searchlight's manually operated.
Что случилось? Ответьте в МГ-6. По мне стреляют! КП-то МГ-6! Оборудование разрушено. Саботаж со стороны врага. Прием! Это КП. Понял. Немедленно все осмотрите. Конец связи. КП-59, противник скрылся из виду. Начинаю поиск. Прием. Это КП, понял. Они не могли уйти далеко. Конец связи.
Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't heal on its own. You'll need to treat it with first aid.
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
intel files till later. The enemy's on combat alert.
КП-106, потерял противника. Ищу последней точки соприкосновения. Прием.
Поймал его! Они ушли!
Это КП, понял? Внимание всем подразделениям. Отправить резервы на помощь.
прячешься? Подержись огнем! Открыть огонь!
No disguising it. It really comes as no surprise to find that you planned it all along.
Капель, Дмитрий! Потерял противника из вида. Ищу последние точки соприкосновения. Прием! Это КП. Понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи.
The Soviets confiscate homes and occupy them as needed. If you want to find a colonel, I'd check the biggest houses in the village.
Across the sky, this lie is over. The tears that used to tide me over.
News from the intel unit.
It's been
A
updated.
group
The
of
map
tanks is
has
headed
been
towards Smashy
updated.
Ford from the Waksin barracks. The report says our colonel is in command. You should be able to guess the tank's route from the surrounding terrain. Boss, stop those tanks.
Штаб, это КП. Поразился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ. Но потеряли врага. Враг будет еще в каждом поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием.
Extraction arrived at the mother base.
You think that I would have known by now? Now, sure as the sun will cross the sky, this lie is over. Lost, like the tears that used to tide me over.
You have arrived at your destination.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!